You stood at the counter, stirring sugar into your cup. Jungkook sat at the table, scrolling through emails on his phone, dressed in his usual crisp work shirt and loose black pants. Jungkook, without looking up, you made coffee? Whined softly. Yeah, I thought you might need it before your meeting. He looked up slowly, his eyes flicked to your face for a second, then quickly opened. Jungkook, thanks. You don't have to. When? I know, I wanted to. He took a sip of coffee, then gave. You added cinnamon, just a little. I thought you liked it. His lips twitched a tiny smile. I do. The silence again. The sound of the spoon clinking in your cup felt louder than it should have. You are leaving early today, Jungkook, glancing at his watch, standing up. Yeah, there is an investor meeting. I will probably be late coming back to. Wine quietly. Eat something before you go. Just coffee not enough. He paused, looked at the table, then back to you. He did not respond for a second. Then Jungkook, I will grab something later. Don't wait up. You nodded. He grabbed his blazer from the chair, brushing past you gently as he reached for the keys. You stepped slightly back, trying not to react when the sleeve of his coat brushed your arm. He stepped toward the door. You spoke before you could stop yourself. Jungkook turned brows slightly. Never mind, good luck for today. He stared at you for a heartbeat longer than usual, then left, the door shut quietly behind him. It's been 4 months. 4 months since I married Jeon Jungkook. 4 months of coming home to the same house, eating at the same table, sleeping under the same roof, but feeling like strangers. He is not cruel, he is not distant in a harsh way that would have been easier to hate. No, he is respectful. That's what makes it hard to move. Jungkook was respectful, always gentle with words, kind in actions, but distant. Not once did he cross a line, not even when we shared the same room for months. He would sleep on the left side, I on the right. A line invisible but clear, neither of us dared to cross it, not even when the world outside thought we were a perfect newlywed couple. He knocks before entering my room, always asks if I'm comfortable, always helps when I need something, and always says, Yanshi, like we were colleagues or neighbors, not husband and wife. Yanshi, I hate how formal it sounds. Every morning he would greet me with a soft good morning before heading out. Every evening he would return, ask me how our day was, sometimes even sit beside me for dinner. We were not strangers, but we were not lovers either. He would lie awake at night. What am I doing wrong? Why won't you touch me? Why won't you look at me like I am his? Does he even see me as a woman? Or if this arrangement marriage is just something he's enduring? Or worse, if he sees me as something to protect but never clean. I'm his wife, but I don't feel like one. God, it's pathetic lying here thinking about a man who treats me well but never like his. And the worst part, I crave him, his warmth, his gaze, his arms. But instead all I have are folded sheets and a heart that aches quietly for a man who sleeps just a few inches away. Rain trickles softly down the tall windows. Jungkook sat behind his desk, tie loosening, eyes scanning documents, but his mind was miles away. A knock on the door, secretary Moments later, his investor walked in with a woman clinging to his arm. They exchanged pleasantries, sat down, and began discussing project details. Jungkook tried to focus, he really did, but his eyes kept drifting toward the way Mr. Lee's wife kept fussing over her husband. Pouring him water, fixing the grease in his sleeves, whispering something that made him laugh. He looked down at the paper in his hand, but Wine's voice echoed in his head instead. Mr. Han, a long-time investor whose wife had joined him today. Investor's wife, I saw your wedding in that magazine spread. Your wife is stunning, Mr. Jeon. Jungkook blinked, then nodded politely. Jungkook, she is very much so. Mr. Han still newlyweds, huh? Enjoying married life. Jungkook poses, we're settling in. It's peaceful. Investor's wife, that's peace, but young man, I'm sure you barely keep your hands off from your wife at home, huh? The table chuckled. Jungkook just smiled, the kind of smile that hides too much. But the laughter died down. His thoughts did not. She is beautiful. She is always there in the mornings and evenings, bringing me coffee, waiting for me to eat, leaving the lights on, never complaining, never asking why I don't reach for her. I married her because our families wanted it, but I stayed silent because I don't want her to think I married her just for our body. I wanted her to feel respected for safe. So I made a decision, no pressure, no rushing, she deserved time. But now months have passed, she walks around our house in soft cotton dresses, smells like lavender and not skin. She looks at me like she's pretending I don't see. I'm afraid that once I touch her, I won't be able to stop, and she will realize how much I've wanted her since the first time she said my name with that trembling voice. She does not know how many times I've stared at her lips, but now I wonder, is my distance hurting her instead? His phone buzzed, a message from Wyatt. Wyatt, did you take your medicine for the headache? I packed them in your side pocket. He exhaled sharply, running a hand down his face. He replied with a single word, got it, thanks, but in his head, I miss you, I want to come home early just to hear your voice. I want to press my mouth to the curve of your neck and whisper every apology I've never said it out. He closed the laptop with a frustrated shut. The storm had rolled in quickly, thunder shaking the sky, power flickering twice before everything went dark. You were just out of the shower, wrapped in a towel, hair damp against your neck. You fumbled around in the dark, opening drawers for your clothes, only to remember the laundry had not dried yet because of the storm. You shied and spotted it. His shirt, one of his oversized black button-downs hanging off the armrest of the couch, where he had left it earlier. You hesitated, then slipped it on. It smelled like clean subtle college, fresh linen, and something distinctly Jungkook. The fabric hung off your shoulders, brushing your thighs. Nothing underneath. You looked at yourself in the mirror, an old idea bloomed in your head. He never looked at me like that, never touched me, never even stayed long in the room or in bed. You whispered, like the way the shirt clung to your waist. Downstairs barefoot, the house lit on perfect lightning flashes. He was in the living room lighting candles, his shirt sleeves were rolled up, jaws and hair slightly messy from the humidity. At the moment he turned around, he froze, eyes locked on you, the shirt, the bare legs, the droplets still glistening on your collarbone. Wine, his voice was lower than usual. You tilted your head, walking toward kitchen, pretending not to notice the way his throat moved. Lights went out. I could not find anything to wear. You said innocently, opening the fridge. was still staring, and you felt it, that shift in the air, that something had snapped. You turned slightly, letting the hem of the shirt rise bit to more as you bent to grab a bottle of water. You heard the sharp inhale behind you. While his voice was tighter now, you turned slowly. Yes, Jungkook. His gaze was dark, intense, struggling, and he stepped forward. "Do you want what you're doing?" he asked. Your heart raced. "Maybe. Do you like it?" He exhaled slowly, shakily, as if your cushion was a grenade in his chest. "I've been trying to give you space," he said. "I thought you needed time to adjust. I did not want you to think I married you just to..." You walked closer. "To what?" he whispered. He stared at you. "To have you like this, looking like that, wearing my shirt, looking like you don't know exactly what you were doing to me. Your lips curved, so maybe I do know." Another bit of silence, then another step closer. You back hit the counter. His hands, warm and rough, come to rest lightly on either side of you. "I am not made of stone, lion." "Then stop pretending you are," he whispered. "If I touch you tonight, I won't be able to stop." Wine, soft smile. "Then don't." You took his hand and placed it gently against your waist. He kissed you like a man who had been holding back for too long, like you'd been starving and tonight was the first taste. His mouth was hot, demanding, but his hands, they held you like glass, as if you were the most fragile, precious thing in the world. His hands slide down your back, pressing you closer, showing your only layer clings to darn skin. His lips traced your jaw, then down to your neck. "Jungkook, you have no idea how much I crave this in you." The room became heat and heartbeats, your shirt slipped half away off your shoulder. He kissed your neck, the rain outside softens, the room grows colder. But when he pulled back, resting his forehead against your arm, "Jungkook, tell me this is what you want." "Why? I've always wanted this. I've always wanted you." Picked you gently toward the back, never making eye contact. No more distance, no more pretending. He does not just touch you, he holds you. You woke up in his arms, your legs tangled with his under the sheet. His white shirt now off you lay tossed near the pillow. You turned slightly, he was already looking at you. "Good morning, morning." He pulled you closer, pressing a kiss to your forehead. "I hope I was not too much last night." "No, it feels like you finally saw me, like we finally started." "Then let me keep seeing you every day, every night, and never hold back again."